Hello guys, this is Marco K.
I'm Elena.
Today we are going to compare ARK Survival Evolved and Conan Exiles, the new game out.
Yeah, the biggest sandbox in the market now.
Exactly. There's Rust, but I never tried this. So let's compare these games. Maybe we start with the graphics.
Yeah.
How do you like the graphics in Conan Exiles? How do you like the graphics in ARK Survival Evolved? It's super hard to say what graphics are better. What do you like more?
I like that in ARK you have more elements, so it looks really cool. The water, the trees, everything. But in Conan looks like too much desert for me.
Too much desert, the same for me. I like the desert, but it's still the textures are not so deep. They are more like a little washed out. And when you check the graphics settings on Conan, I can play it with my PC. I have a GTX 1050 Ti, and I can play Conan in Ultra. But ARK, I have to set it on medium because there are way more details, higher textures, I think. So we have the graphics set. Let's talk about crafting. You can craft in both games. That's why we compare them. They're very similar to each other. But what is better, the crafting in Conan or the crafting in ARK?
I don't know. I don't really know. What do you think? I always prefer ARK because I'm in love with ARK, but yeah.
So the crafting, I think in Conan you start with a basic weapon, in ARK you start with a basic weapon. I think it's similar. The crafting is similar. You can craft all the weapons in Conan, you can craft all the weapons in ARK, but in Conan you go more for fighting, in ARK you go more for building.
For building, yes.
So the crafting is similar, I think. Let's talk about the building. How do you like the building in ARK?
I love the building in ARK because you can build different elements like a house, the pipes for the plants, and you start with the boots and then you keep going with the stones. You see the evolution.
Exactly. So you have more steps in ARK. You start with the basic walls and then in the end you have big, strong stone walls. In Conan you start with stone walls. There's not so much in building, but it's still in alpha. Maybe they will do this in the later game, but I think in ARK you can build more. Like the infrastructure you talked about, building water pipes and all the stuff. So you can build more in ARK. Let's talk about the combat and fighting system in ARK. Do you or in Conan as well? What is better? Where's more action, in Conan or in ARK?
Of course, there is more action in Conan. That is the winner.
Yeah, that's the difference to these games. There's more action in Conan, especially when you play single player. We compare these games in single player because it's super hard to compare it in multiplayer. And it's just a subjective opinion, but I think there's more action in Conan because you have NPCs running around, human NPCs. You can attack them. You run around all the time in Conan because you get attacked. And let's skip to the next step. Enemies. How the enemies are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
In ARK you have dinos that are enemies, but not all of them. Some of them are vegetarian, so they don't attack you. And you have to fight with a small one, but that is kind of easy. But in Conan, you have more enemies and more dangerous, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So you have more enemies in Conan, but in ARK you have more dinosaurs, especially the nice dinosaurs you can tame and you can ride. In Conan you only have enemies. No friendly guys, maybe some tiny turtles protecting the nest, but that's it. So more friendly enemies, more friendly guys in ARK, but a lot of enemies in Conan. You have to fight a lot. So let's go to the next step, taming, because in ARK, as I said, you can tame your animals, and in Conan you only get your slaves, so a few humans. But what do you prefer?
I prefer taming because you have different kind of animals, so you can fly, you can run, you can have one animal per each thing, and you don't have that possibility on Conan. I don't know how it's with the slaves.
Exactly. This is a specialty of ARK. This is not just a survival game. You have the dinosaurs, a lot of dinosaurs. And I'm a big fan of dinosaurs. When I was a kid, oh my God, I love dinosaurs. And still, I love them. So you have this special aspect in ARK Survival. This is not in Conan. So you can't tame, you only can have your own slaves. And in the end, you need the slaves to work for you. So it's not so much fun like, fighting with them. Yeah, they have to work for you. What about the foods? How do you get the food in this game? What is better, finding food in ARK or easier or more realistic in ARK or in Conan?
I think in both are similar because at the end, I think you start eating berries. With Conan, you start eating insects.
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So you get berries from the bushes or insects from the bushes. It's very similar. You have different meats. You have to fry it. So it's very similar. So the food is the same. But we have one plus point. One big plus point for Conan is, I think, the gore, the brutality, the bloods, the graphics. You see, don't you
Yeah.
think so?
I don't like it so much. I prefer when there is not too much blood, but in Conan it's too much. Sometimes you kill someone and you have blood everywhere.
So for you, it's too much gore. It's too much graphics. Too much bloods.
Yes.
You can even see the guy. You can start in Conan naked. So and as a woman, you can see the breasts and the titties and it's the same thing. And you can see the penis of the guy. So you see
And how
more
it moves.
and how it moves. So more realistic, more bloods, more you can half a body. So there's more gore in Conan, of course there is. So if you like this, one plus point for Conan.
Yeah. If you
So-
don't, it's minus one.
So let's get to resume, guys. What we think about these games? A big plus point in Conan is you have a lot of action. So if you want to fight, with a sword and a shield, I prefer Conan. So maybe you check out my Conan Let's Plays, or
ARK Let's Play.
Do you prefer ARK
I
more?
prefer ARK,
Yeah.
of course. You have dinosaurs.
Okay. So you prefer more ARK?
Yeah, for me the graphics are better. You don't have so much blood, and you can build more things in ARK. It's like you have the evolution.
So this is your resume. You prefer more ARK. I prefer more Conan. So check out my Let's Plays. I have did both of them, and maybe I should keep going. Write it in the comment, and maybe you can write in the comment how
Let's
you like
see
this
what
video.
they think.
How do you like this compassion? Bye
Bye,
guys.